Have you ever wondered just how far the limits of human life can stretch? Get ready, because today we're diving into stories about people living lives so unbelievable, bizarre, and mind-blowing that you'd never think they could be real. From extraordinary abilities that seem almost supernatural to unconventional lifestyles that challenge everything we think we know about the natural world, every moment is guaranteed to leave you stunned from the very beginning. If you're ready for this shocking journey, hit that like button, share this video with your friends, drop a comment telling us which story surprises you the most, and don't forget to subscribe right now so you won't miss the next incredible adventures. Let's get started. Olivier Rioux, born in 2006 in Terrebonne, Quebec, Canada, is a young athlete who has captured international attention due to his extraordinary height of 2.36 meters, 7 feet 9 inches. Coming from a naturally tall family with a father standing at 2.03 meters and a mother at 1.88 meters, Olivier is the one who has truly made headlines by reaching astonishing milestones from a very young age. At just 12 years old, he officially earned a Guinness World Record as the tallest teenager, and he continued to surpass his own remarkable records again at ages 15 and 18. To turn his basketball dreams into reality, Olivier made the bold decision to leave his home in Canada and move to Florida to join the prestigious IMG Academy, one of the world's top training centers for elite athletes. There, he focused on developing his agility, coordination, and court mobility rather than relying solely on his overwhelming physical presence near the basket. The intense training environment helped the young athlete adapt to a much higher level of competition while building the strength, endurance, and technical foundation needed to prepare for even greater challenges in his future basketball career. Wearing the Canadian national team jersey, Olivier has proven himself to be a key contributor in multiple international youth tournaments. He has not only served as a formidable defensive presence in the paint, but also showcased sharp basketball IQ and an impressive ability to support his teammates effectively. The biggest turning point in his career so far is his commitment to play for the Florida Gators in the United States. This marks a true test at the NCAA Division I level, where Olivier will face elite competition as he continues to prove his value and unlock his full potential. At Florida Gators, Olivier continues to work relentlessly to prove that he is a modern athlete with impressive mobility and accurate shooting ability. Despite facing intense pressure from public expectations and constant media attention, he remains humble and fully focused on sharpening his basketball mindset and overall game. Olivier Rioux's story is not just about extraordinary physical stature, but also a powerful symbol of determination and ambition. With his unwavering drive, he has the potential to bring a fresh new energy to the global basketball scene and become a true source of pride for Canadian sports. Jo Cameron, a Scottish woman born in 1948, became the focus of global scientific interest due to an extraordinarily rare genetic trait that allowed her to live almost her entire life with little to no experience of pain, anxiety, or fear. Her journey of self-discovery began unexpectedly at the age of 65, after undergoing a major hand surgery without needing any pain medication, leaving her doctors astonished and prompting them to investigate the underlying cause behind her remarkable condition. Through in-depth research at University College London, scientists discovered that she carries a unique genetic mutation known as FAAH-OUT, an extremely rare variant that naturally reduces the transmission of pain and stress signals to the brain. For many decades prior, Joe had gone through major medical experiences such as childbirth and joint replacement surgery, yet reported feeling only mild sensations rather than the intense discomfort typically associated with such experiences. Beyond its physical effects, this mutation also appears to have given her remarkable emotional resilience, allowing her to remain exceptionally calm in high-pressure situations and maintain an unusually high level of personal well-being. She has often shared that she has never truly experienced panic or overwhelming anxiety, which has helped her live a peaceful, optimistic, and energetically positive life in the Scottish Highlands. Another fascinating aspect of her condition is her body's surprisingly rapid healing of minor skin injuries, even though she sometimes does not immediately realize that she has been hurt. Today, Joe Cameron continues to actively collaborate with genetic researchers to help deepen our understanding of how the human genome works, opening promising possibilities for the development of safer new treatments for patients living with chronic pain and certain psychological disorders worldwide. Are you inspired by Joe Cameron's abilities? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread her message of hope. Mehmet Özürek, born in 1949 in Artvin, Turkey, became a globally recognized figure thanks to his distinctive physical feature and deeply admirable optimistic spirit. He was officially recognized by Guinness World Records as the living man with the longest nose in the world, with an impressive recorded measurement of 8.8 centimeters at the latest official measurement. His life journey did not begin with fame or grand ambitions, but rather with acceptance and pride in the unique qualities nature gave him. Over the decades, Mehmet has become a symbol of self-confidence, appearing on numerous international television programs in countries such as Italy and South Korea to share his life story and fascinating experiences. He has often explained that his nose is not merely a defining physical feature, but also something he believes gives him an exceptionally sharp sense of smell, allowing him to experience the world in a uniquely personal way. Mehmet has said that he can detect scents from distances most people would likely never notice, a trait that continues to bring him both joy and curiosity in everyday life. His positive outlook on life has inspired countless people around the world to embrace individuality and learn to love themselves regardless of their physical appearance. Despite receiving significant international media attention, Mehmet has chosen to maintain a simple and sincere lifestyle in his hometown of Artvin. He continues to enjoy strong relationships within his local community and is warmly admired by those around him for his gentle nature, kindness, and signature sense of humor. These qualities have allowed him to navigate social judgments with quiet confidence and remarkable grace. Until his passing in May 2023 at the age of 75, Mehmet Özürek continued to be remembered as a legendary figure in Guinness World Records history, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and positive living. His story was never just about a physical record-breaking measurement, but also a profound lesson in how people can face life's challenges with calmness and dignity. Mehmet's journey proved that when differences are embraced with warmth and an open mind, they can become a source of personal strength and inspiration. He left a lasting and heartfelt impression on the international community as someone who lived a truly meaningful and fulfilling life. Manuel Uribe Garza, born in 1965 in Monterrey, Mexico, became a deeply memorable figure in medical history because of his extraordinary determination in facing some of the most extreme physical challenges imaginable. In 2006, Guinness World Records recognized him as the heaviest man in the world, with a reported weight of 560 kilograms. But behind that staggering number was a difficult and deeply personal journey marked by years of being bedridden. Nearly every aspect of his daily life depended entirely on the support of his family. Yet rather than giving up, Manuel bravely chose to share his story publicly in search of professional help and a path toward change. This decision marked the beginning of a hopeful new chapter, as leading nutrition specialists joined him in his treatment journey. Manuel chose to avoid invasive surgical procedures at first, and instead committed himself to a strict, medically supervised nutrition plan designed to improve his health step by step. His remarkable determination led to astonishing results, as he lost more than 200 kilograms, making him one of the most notable weight loss success stories in the world at that time. This achievement not only improved his physical condition, but also stood as a powerful testament to the strength of human will in reclaiming personal independence. One of the happiest and most inspiring moments in Manuel's life was his wedding in 2008. The occasion was not only a deeply personal milestone, but also a powerful message about love, companionship, and overcoming barriers that society often places on physical appearance. Although he still needed to move using a specially designed bed, his radiant smile on that extraordinary day touched the hearts of millions around the world. Manuel spent much of his remaining years sharing his experiences and encouraging others facing similar health challenges, hoping to inspire positive lifestyle changes and renewed determination. He passed away in 2014 at the age of 48 due to complex medical complications. But the legacy he left behind endures as a powerful story of perseverance and resilience. Manuel Uribe's life was never simply about record-breaking numbers, but rather a profound lesson in determination, compassion, and understanding for those living with extraordinary physical challenges in modern society. Are you inspired by Manuel's resilience and spirit? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread hope. Jason Orlando Rodriguez Hernandez, born in 1995 in Maracay, Venezuela, is globally recognized as the living person with the largest feet in the world. From as early as age 10, Jason began noticing unusual growth patterns in his body, especially in his feet, which developed far more rapidly than those of other children his age. The medical cause behind this condition is acromegaly, a rare hormonal disorder triggered by a tumor in the pituitary gland that causes the body to produce excessive amounts of growth hormone. The greatest challenge Jason faced throughout his teenage years was simply finding shoes that could fit his extraordinarily large feet. He was often forced to walk barefoot or rely on crude homemade sandals made from old tires, a reality that caused significant discomfort and deeply affected both his mobility and self-confidence. A life-changing turning point came in 2011 when his story reached Georg Wessels, a professional German shoemaker known for helping people with exceptionally uncommon foot sizes. With feet measuring more than 40 centimeters in length, equivalent to approximately a European-size 60 shoe, Jason was officially recognized by Guinness World Records and held that title for many consecutive years. His growing fame created opportunities to travel internationally, appear on television programs, and meet a wide range of influential people. Yet behind that visibility, he continued to face a demanding medical journey to manage the pituitary tumor responsible for his condition. Through surgeries and hormone treatments both in Venezuela and abroad, Jason demonstrated remarkable resilience in protecting his health and preserving his quality of life despite ongoing challenges. Today, Jason is not only a world record holder, but also a symbol of optimism for people living with disabilities and those affected by rare medical conditions. He has used his public visibility to help raise awareness about acromegaly and the importance of early medical diagnosis, while inspiring others through his resilience and positive outlook. Jason Orlando Rodriguez Hernandez's life stands as a powerful example of how physical differences can be transformed into a source of strength, purpose, and inspiration for millions around the world. Mandy Sers, born in 1975 in Lancashire, England, is a woman of extraordinary resilience who became known around the world for her journey living with a rare medical condition that caused her legs to grow disproportionately. From the moment she was born, doctors predicted that she might never be able to walk. Yet Mandy overcame those expectations to live an active life and eventually earn a university degree in psychology. For many years, she lived with uniquely enlarged legs, a medical phenomenon later identified as a rare genetic mutation linked to PIK3CA-related overgrowth syndrome. A major turning point came in 2010 when she had to undergo a medical procedure to remove part of her left leg due to a severe infection. But remarkably, the tissue continued to grow back afterward. Refusing to give up, she actively worked with leading genetic specialists at the University of Cambridge to search for a targeted treatment approach. Thanks to advances in modern medicine and a personalized treatment plan, her condition gradually became more stable, significantly reducing the excessive tissue growth and improving her daily quality of life, giving her greater confidence and better mobility. Mandy is not only a remarkably resilient patient, but also an inspiring speaker who has frequently appeared in international documentaries to share her personal experiences and raise public awareness about rare medical conditions. Her story is a powerful testament to the extraordinary strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity, while also highlighting the remarkable progress of modern science in bringing hope to people with highly unusual medical challenges. Is this a strange evolutionary step for humans? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories. Gary Turner, born in 1950 in England, became world famous for his extraordinary skin elasticity caused by a rare genetic condition known as Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. Rather than viewing it as a limitation, Gary transformed this unique physical trait into an impressive artistic career, becoming a professional performer and a standout member of the Circus of Horrors. He officially holds the Guinness World Record for the most elastic skin, with the ability to stretch the skin on his abdomen up to 15.8 centimeters without pain, a remarkable achievement that made him one of the most fascinating examples of the human body's extraordinary capabilities. His journey extended far beyond the circus stage, reaching numerous international television programs where he consistently shared his story with humor, warmth, and an uplifting attitude. Gary Turner's dedication has helped raise public awareness about rare genetic conditions while inspiring others to embrace self-confidence, accept their differences, and find their own unique way to shine. Slaviša Pajkić, commonly known by the nickname Biba Struja, or the Electric Man, born in 1957 in Serbia, is a legendary figure in the world of record-breaking due to his extraordinary ability to withstand and control electrical current. His remarkable journey began at the age of 17, when he accidentally discovered this unusual ability during an incident at a mechanical workshop. While those around him feared the dangers of high-voltage electricity, he realized that his body appeared to show no adverse reaction when electrical current passed through it. Going far beyond simple endurance, Biba Struja transformed his unusual ability into a professional performance art, astonishing audiences around the world with seemingly unbelievable demonstrations such as cooking food with his bare hands, boiling water, and lighting bulbs through direct bodily contact. He officially earned a place in the Guinness World Records for withstanding extremely high voltage, and for a record in which he heated a cup of water to nearly 100 degrees Celsius in a short period using energy conducted through his hands. Beyond entertainment performances, he also used his unusual abilities in attempts to help others through electrotherapy sessions aimed at relieving muscle and joint discomfort, believing his body's interaction with electrical energy could create positive effects. Despite possessing an ability that seems almost cinematic, Biba Struja has maintained a simple, humble lifestyle and has consistently spoken openly about his uniqueness as an example of the still unexplored potential of the human body. His life has become an inspiring journey of transforming unusual biological traits into something truly extraordinary, encouraging broader curiosity about the relationship between the human body and the physical forces of nature. Are you inspired by Biba Struja's journey and resilience? Share your thoughts below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread this meaningful message. Daniel Browning Smith, born in 1979 in Mississippi, United States, became globally famous under the stage name Rubber Boy for his extraordinary flexibility. From an early age, he realized that his body could bend and stretch far beyond normal limits, something later linked to Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. Rather than viewing this rare genetic condition as a medical limitation, Daniel transformed it into a one-of-a-kind artistic advantage. He spent years training with serious discipline to master control over his joints and muscles, elevating contortion performance into a striking and highly refined art form. Through relentless dedication, Daniel officially set 7 Guinness World Records, establishing himself as one of the most extraordinarily flexible men in the world. His astonishing performances include squeezing his body through a tennis racket frame with the strings removed and effortlessly twisting his torso up to 180 degrees. The combination of his natural ability and refined technique allowed him to perform movements that seem almost impossible to the naked eye. These achievements not only brought him international recognition, but also made him a symbol of exceptional flexibility in the world of performance art. Rubber Boy's career rose spectacularly as he became a standout performer on prestigious stages, including Cirque du Soleil, and made frequent appearances on major television programs such as The Tonight Show and The Oprah Winfrey Show. Beyond live performance, Daniel expanded into Hollywood as a stunt performer and movement specialist. He contributed directly to major film productions, helping bring physically extraordinary characters to life and further proving both his versatility and exceptional mastery of human movement. Another major milestone in Daniel's journey was his role as host of the documentary series Stan Lee's Superhumans, where he traveled across the world searching for and celebrating individuals with extraordinary abilities. Through this work, he played an important role in inspiring others to embrace their differences and transform their unique traits into sources of strength and positivity. Daniel Browning Smith's life is a powerful story of determination and self-discovery, encouraging people everywhere to pursue their passions fearlessly and redefine the limits they place on themselves. Tom Staniford, born in 1989 in Akrotiri, Cyprus, and raised in Devon, England, is a professional paracyclist known for his extraordinary resilience and determination. From birth, Tom had a rare physical condition that prevented his body from storing fat beneath the skin, giving him an extremely lean appearance and creating significant health and metabolic challenges. For more than 2 decades, the exact cause of his condition remained a major medical mystery, but Tom never allowed that uncertainty to stand in the way of pursuing his passion for professional sports. He began his cycling career with unwavering determination, treating every turn of the pedals as an opportunity to prove his worth and push beyond physical limits that many would have considered impossible to overcome. In 2011, Tom thrilled British sports fans by winning the British National Paracycling Circuit Race Championship, a landmark achievement that stood as a powerful testament to both his talent and relentless dedication. That remarkable victory firmly established him as one of the leading athletes in his field, proving that resilience and discipline can overcome extraordinary challenges. The most significant medical turning point came in 2013, when scientists at the University of Exeter identified his condition as MDP Syndrome, an exceptionally rare genetic disorder that, at the time, had been documented in only around 8 people worldwide. Rather than discouraging Tom, finally having an answer gave him a much deeper understanding of his own body, allowing him to better optimize his training and sustain elite athletic performance. This medical breakthrough helped resolve years of uncertainty and enabled him to focus fully on pursuing new sporting goals with greater clarity and determination. Tom Staniford is not only an exceptional athlete, but also a powerful inspirational speaker who advocates for facing adversity with optimism, composure, and resilience. He has frequently shared his personal journey through the media to raise awareness about biological diversity, rare conditions, and the importance of perseverance in the face of uncertainty. His life carries a deeply human message that true strength is not defined by outward appearance, but by unwavering determination and inner resolve. Through his remarkable contributions, Tom has become a symbol of confidence and has helped reshape public perceptions of people with extraordinary physical conditions. Euhian Juan, born in 1977 in Liaoning Province, China, became a figure of international attention due to his highly unusual appearance and extraordinary optimism in the face of life's challenges. By the age of just 2, his body had begun developing dense hair growth across nearly 96% of his skin surface, an exceptionally rare medical condition that made him stand out from an early age. Rather than allowing this difference to become a psychological barrier, both Yu and his family chose to confront reality with courage and seek opportunities for him to shine in his own unique way. As he grew older, Yu worked tirelessly to establish himself in multiple roles, including as a singer and professional performer, regularly appearing on major stages to share his talent and positive energy. He was officially recognized by Guinness World Records as the hairiest man in the world, a title he embraced with confidence and strong self-respect. His career was never defined solely by public attention surrounding his appearance, but also by his determination to prove his genuine abilities through music and live performance. Beyond his entertainment career, Euhian Juan has undergone multiple complex medical procedures to help preserve essential bodily functions, including his hearing, which could be affected by his genetic condition, demonstrating remarkable perseverance in maintaining his health. He has also been open about sharing his personal life and relationships in an effort to challenge social prejudice, while encouraging people to respect the natural diversity found within humanity. The world around us is filled with mysteries far beyond human imagination, and the incredible people featured today are living proof that reality can be stranger than fiction. Whose unbelievable life story impressed you the most? Or do you know another astonishing story we should hear about? Let us know in the comments below. And once again, if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join us on more thrilling journeys exploring the most fascinating corners of our world. Thank you for staying with us until the very end, and we'll see you in the next video. Around the world, there are people who possess physical features so unusual that they amaze millions of others. Some have record-breaking long legs, some can open their mouths wider than almost anyone else, and others have bodies that developed in ways science is still trying to fully understand. These stories are not only fascinating, but also show just how diverse and extraordinary the human body can be. In today's video, we're going to explore some of the most unusual-looking people on the planet, individuals who have captured global attention because of their unique physical characteristics. Before we begin, if you enjoy interesting discovery content like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Jeff Dabe is a man from the United States who became widely known on social media and within the sports community because of the remarkable size of his arms. He was born and raised in the state of Minnesota, where he has spent most of his life living and working. Jeff Dabe is especially recognized for his extremely large forearms compared to the rest of his body. When people see him for the first time, many assume that he must have gone through years of intense training to develop arms of that size. However, Jeff has explained that his arms have been this way since he was young. When he was a child, doctors examined him to determine whether any medical condition might be responsible for the unusual development. After several evaluations, they reportedly found no clear signs of a specific disease or disorder that could explain the size of his forearms. In everyday life, Jeff works in agriculture and spends much of his time doing farm-related work. The job requires considerable strength and endurance, something he has been accustomed to since he was young. Although his large arms make him easily recognizable wherever he goes, Jeff continues to live a simple life, closely connected to the rural community around him. Jeff's greatest passion is arm wrestling. He began competing in local arm wrestling tournaments many years ago and quickly impressed others with his strength. With the natural advantage provided by his unique arm structure, Jeff has won numerous matches in regional competitions. Over time, his name became increasingly well known among fans of the sport. His story gained even more attention when photos of his arms began circulating widely on the internet. Various media outlets and television programs later invited him to share more about his life and his passion for arm wrestling. Despite the growing attention, Jeff has remained humble and continues to treat competitions more as a source of enjoyment than as a pursuit of fame. Today, Jeff Dabe is often mentioned as a unique figure in the arm wrestling community. His distinctive physical trait not only sparks curiosity, but has also helped make him a familiar face at events related to the sport. Jeff's story shows that sometimes natural physical differences can become a real advantage in certain fields, especially when combined with dedication and passion. Robert Babroszki is a Romanian basketball player known worldwide for his extraordinary height and striking presence on the court. He was born on July 17, 2000, in the city of Arad. From a young age, Robert attracted attention because his height developed much faster than that of his peers. Robert was born into a family with a strong sports background. His father, Zygmunt Babroszki, was once a professional basketball player in Romania and was also known for his impressive height. Growing up in such an environment, Robert was introduced to basketball early and began practicing the sport when he was still a child. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video to discover more extraordinary stories about unique people around the world. During his teenage years, Robert's height increased rapidly and soon surpassed the 2-meter mark. As he reached adulthood, he grew to around 2.31 meters tall, making him one of the tallest basketball players of his generation. This exceptional height provides him with a clear advantage in defensive situations and when contesting rebounds near the basket. In 2014, Robert gained international attention when he joined a basketball academy in Rome. There, he played for the youth team of Stella Azzurra Roma. Videos of Robert's games quickly spread across the internet, with many viewers surprised by his remarkable height compared with other players of the same age. Later, Robert continued his academic and athletic development at the Spire Institute in the U.S. state of Ohio. At the institute, he pursued his education while also playing for the academy's basketball team. This training environment helped him improve both his playing skills and the physical conditioning needed for competitive basketball. Beyond his exceptional height, Robert is also known for maintaining a relatively private lifestyle. He spends much of his time focusing on studying and training rather than frequently appearing in the media. People who have worked with him often describe him as calm, focused, and highly dedicated to personal development. The story of Robert Babroszki is often cited as an interesting example of the diversity of human physical characteristics in sports. With his remarkable height and strong family connection to basketball, he has captured the attention of fans around the world and remains one of the most intriguing figures in the international basketball community. Brahim Takioullah is a man from Morocco who became internationally known for his extraordinary height and enormous foot size. He was born in 1982 in a rural area near the city of Guelmim. From an early age, Brahim grew faster than most children his age. However, the most dramatic change occurred during his teenage years, when his height began increasing at an unusually rapid pace. Doctors later determined that Brahim was affected by a condition related to the pituitary gland known as gigantism. This condition causes the body to produce excessive amounts of growth hormone, leading to extreme growth of bones and body parts. As a result, Brahim not only became much taller than the average person, but his feet also developed to an exceptional size. Standing at approximately 2.46 meters tall, Brahim is considered one of the tallest living people in the world. However, what made him especially famous is the remarkable size of his feet. In 2015, Guinness World Records officially recognized Brahim Takioullah as the living person with the largest feet in the world. His right foot measures about 38.1 centimeters in length, which corresponds to roughly a European shoe size 58. Such extraordinary physical characteristics make everyday life challenging at times. Finding clothes, shoes, or transportation that fit his size can be extremely difficult. In many cases, his footwear must be specially manufactured because standard stores simply do not carry sizes large enough for him. Despite these challenges, Brahim has always maintained a positive and open attitude toward life. After receiving recognition from Guinness World Records, he had the opportunity to travel to many different countries, meet other people with unique physical conditions, and participate in numerous international events. These journeys not only allowed him to share his personal story, but also gave him the chance to explore the world. Today, Brahim Takioullah is widely recognized as a symbol of the natural diversity of the human body. His story is often featured in scientific programs and world record documentaries as an example of how the human body can develop in remarkably varied and fascinating ways. Leave the number 1 in the comments if the extraordinary journey of Brahim Takioullah fascinated you. Sona and Mona Singh are a remarkable pair of twin brothers from the state of Punjab, India. They were born in 2003 in the city of Amritsar and quickly attracted the attention of the medical community as well as the media because of their rare body structure. The two brothers are conjoined twins, but what makes their case unusual is that they have 2 heads and 2 separate spinal columns, while the lower part of their bodies is shared. According to doctors, Sona and Mona each have their own heart, lungs, and brain functioning independently. However, the lower part of their body includes only 1 shared pair of legs. This means that in order to move, the two brothers must coordinate closely with each other in every step they take. Over time, this coordination gradually became natural as they grew older, and they eventually learned to adapt quite well to their unusual physical structure. After their birth, their family faced many difficulties in caring for them. Recognizing that this rare condition required continuous medical monitoring, a religious organization in Amritsar stepped in to help raise and care for them. Thanks to this support, Sona and Mona were able to gain access to education as well as the necessary medical care throughout their development. Despite the many challenges they face in everyday life, the two brothers maintain an optimistic spirit and consistently support one another. They are known for their friendly personalities and often attract the curiosity and attention of people around them. Coordinating even simple activities such as walking, sitting, or maintaining balance requires constant agreement between the two, and this continuous cooperation has created an exceptionally strong bond between them. The case of Sona and Mona Singh is frequently mentioned in studies related to biology and developmental medicine because it helps scientists better understand how conjoined twins form and develop. Each case of conjoined twins has a different anatomical structure, so observations from the daily lives of these two brothers have provided valuable information for researchers. Today, the story of Sona and Mona Singh is often cited as a notable example of human adaptability when facing extraordinary circumstances. Their lives demonstrate that even when the human body develops in unusual ways, people can still find their own path to live, learn, and integrate into society in their own unique way. Carmen Andrade and Lupita Andrade are conjoined twin sisters, widely known around the world for their unique life story and optimistic outlook. The two sisters were born in 2002 in Veracruz. When they were still young, their family moved to the U.S. state of Connecticut in search of better medical care and educational opportunities. Carmen and Lupita are conjoined twins, connected at the torso. They have 2 heads and 2 separate spinal columns, but their lower bodies are joined together. Each sister has her own heart, lungs, and brain functioning independently. However, several other organs are shared between them, including parts of the digestive system, the liver, and portions of the circulatory system. The sisters also share only 1 pair of legs, which means that moving around requires careful coordination between both of them. Doctors once considered the possibility of separation surgery when they were younger. However, after extensive medical evaluations, specialists concluded that such a procedure would pose significant risks because their bodies share too many essential organs. As a result, the family and medical team decided that Carmen and Lupita would continue living together as they are, focusing instead on helping them adapt to daily life. As they grew older, the sisters gradually learned how to coordinate their movements in everyday activities. From walking and attending school to enjoying recreational hobbies, everything requires cooperation and agreement between them. Over time, this coordination has become natural. Carmen is often described as outgoing and sociable, while Lupita tends to be quieter and enjoys creative activities such as drawing or design. The sisters gained widespread attention online when they began sharing aspects of their daily lives on TikTok. Their videos not only attract viewers' curiosity, but also help people better understand what everyday life is like for conjoined twins. Through their content, they talk about their studies, personal interests, and how they work together to carry out daily tasks. By sharing these experiences, Carmen and Lupita hope the public will see them as more than just their unique physical condition. Like many young people, they have their own dreams, hobbies, and plans for the future. Opening up about their lives allows them to connect with a wider community and spread a positive message about human diversity. Today, Carmen and Lupita Andrade are often regarded as symbols of resilience and adaptability. Their story shows that no matter how unusual a circumstance may seem, people can still build meaningful lives, continue learning, and grow in their own unique way. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if the story of Carmen and Lupita Andrade impressed and inspired you. Kennedy Jordan Bromley is a young woman from Canada who has become widely known because of her extremely rare growth condition and her inspiring resilience. She was born in 2003 in the province of Alberta. From the moment she was born, Kennedy's body size was much smaller than that of an average newborn, which quickly led doctors to suspect that she might have a rare growth disorder. After a series of medical evaluations, specialists determined that Kennedy had a form of primordial dwarfism. This rare genetic condition causes the body to grow much more slowly than normal. People with this condition usually remain extremely small in height and weight throughout their lives. At the time of Kennedy's birth, doctors believed that her chances of survival were very low because her body was so tiny and her organ systems were still very fragile. However, as time passed, Kennedy proved those early predictions wrong. Gradually, her health became more stable, and she was able to participate in many activities just like other children, although she still required regular medical monitoring. As she grew older, Kennedy gained international attention after her story was featured on several television programs and media platforms. Many people began calling her Little Miss Sunshine because of her cheerful personality and the positive energy she brought to those around her. In 2009, Kennedy also appeared in the Canadian television film Eep. The role gave her the opportunity to experience acting and meet many new people. Although she did not pursue a long-term professional acting career, the experience became a memorable part of her childhood. In everyday life, Kennedy continues to maintain a positive outlook and takes part in activities suited to her abilities. Her family has played an essential role in supporting her and ensuring that she could enjoy as normal a childhood as possible. Today, Kennedy Jordan Bromley's story is often mentioned as an example of resilience and human adaptability. Even though her body is much smaller than that of most people, she demonstrates remarkable strength and optimism, inspiring many individuals around the world. Aaron Fotheringham is a well-known extreme sports athlete from the United States. He was born on November 8, 1991, in Las Vegas. From birth, Aaron was diagnosed with spina bifida, a condition that affects the spine and requires him to use a wheelchair in his daily life. Despite this challenge, it never stopped him from pursuing his passion for movement and sports. Aaron was adopted at a young age and grew up in the state of Nevada with his adoptive family. Even as a child, he showed a strong interest in outdoor activities. Instead of viewing his wheelchair as a limitation, Aaron began to see it as a tool for exploring his abilities. He often visited skate parks, watching skateboarders and BMX riders perform tricks, and then tried to recreate similar moves using his wheelchair. At first, training was far from easy. Aaron failed many times while attempting jumps and spins on ramps. However, his persistence allowed him to gradually master the techniques. Over time, he developed his own unique performance style, combining elements of skateboarding with advanced wheelchair control. Through this innovation, Aaron became one of the pioneers of extreme wheelchair stunt performance. In 2006, he reached a major milestone when he successfully performed the world's first wheelchair backflip, a maneuver known as a backflip. This achievement quickly attracted the attention of the international sports community and was recognized by Guinness World Records. After that, he continued pushing the limits by performing even more complex tricks, including spins and flips on large ramps. Thanks to his talent and creativity, Aaron has performed at many sporting events and entertainment shows around the world. He also became a member of the athlete team of Nitro Circus, a famous organization known for its spectacular extreme sports performances. Through global tours and performance videos, Aaron has inspired many people, especially young fans of action sports. Beyond performing, he frequently participates in community events and motivational speaking programs. In these appearances, he shares his life story with the goal of encouraging others to overcome personal limitations and pursue their passions. Today, Aaron Fotheringham is widely recognized as one of the pioneering athletes in extreme wheelchair stunt riding. His journey demonstrates that passion, persistence, and creativity can open entirely new paths, even when someone begins life with significant physical challenges. Arun Raja Singh is a man from India who became known because of a rare medical condition that caused one of his legs to grow unusually large compared to the rest of his body. His case attracted the attention of many doctors and media outlets due to the remarkable level of growth in the affected limb. According to medical reports, Arun is believed to have a rare form of tissue overgrowth disorder. This condition is related to an imbalance in the development of fat tissue, muscles, and other soft tissues in the body. When this process occurs unevenly, one limb can grow much larger than the rest of the body. In the case of Arun Raja Singh, the affected leg gradually increased in size over time, eventually becoming extremely large and heavy. The weight of this limb has been reported to be comparable to that of an adult person. As a result, moving around and performing daily activities became very difficult for him, requiring long-term medical care and support. Cases of excessive tissue growth like this are sometimes associated with rare medical syndromes, in which the body loses control over regulating the development of certain tissues. Doctors often need to conduct careful evaluations in order to determine the most appropriate treatment or form of support for each patient. The story of Arun Raja Singh is often mentioned as an example of the complexity of the human body. At the same time, It helps many people better understand rare growth disorders and highlights the importance of medical research in supporting individuals who live with such unusual conditions. Khadija Khatun is a woman from the city of Calcutta in the state of West Bengal, India. Her story has drawn attention from people around the world because of a very rare medical condition that has affected her face since birth. According to medical reports, doctors believe Khadija may have a genetic disorder called neurofibromatosis, a condition involving the nervous system that causes soft tissue tumors to develop along the nerves throughout the body. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if the story of Khadija Khatun and her rare medical condition caught your interest. From an early age, Khadija's parents noticed something unusual when she was unable to open her eyes for several months after she was born. Her family took her to the hospital for examination, but after numerous tests, doctors explained that medical intervention would be extremely difficult. The condition was considered too complex, and surgery could potentially put her life at serious risk. Because of limited financial resources and ongoing health challenges, Khadija has mostly lived with her family and has had few opportunities to participate in social activities or attend school like many other people her age. Despite these difficulties, her family has remained her greatest source of support and encouragement in everyday life. What makes Khadija's story particularly striking is not only her rare condition, but also her calm acceptance of her circumstances. In several interviews, Khadija has shared that she accepts herself as she is and tries to live her life as positively as possible. The story of Khadija Khatun is often mentioned as an example of resilience and the ability to embrace oneself despite extraordinary challenges. Even while facing many obstacles, she continues to demonstrate a strong spirit and a deep appreciation for the simple things in life. Imagine being born with far more fingers and toes than the average person. What is the most logical assumption we tend to make? Extreme inconvenience, especially if your profession is carpentry, an occupation where every millimeter demands precision, and even the smallest mistake with a saw can lead to serious consequences. Having too many fingers would seem like an unacceptable occupational risk, and many people would likely try to hide or surgically remove such a difference. Yet reality introduces us to the story of Devendra Soothar, a humble man from Himatnagar, Gujarat, India. Defying every stereotype, Devendra lives with polydactylism, possessing a total of 28 digits, 14 fingers and 14 toes. On November 11, 2014, he stepped confidently into the spotlight and was officially recognized by Guinness World Records as the living person with the most fingers and toes in the world. For Devendra, this unusual biological trait is not a defect, but a precious gift that brings him good fortune. When facing challenges at work, instead of abandoning carpentry, he chose to sharpen his focus. He admits that he must remain extremely cautious whenever handling a saw or hammer, learning to adapt perfectly to his own unique working rhythm. Beyond that, he has turned his extraordinary hands into a source of joy, often performing small magic tricks to make the local children laugh. Devendra Soothar's story is a powerful illustration of the art of transforming perspective. It is not our innate characteristics that determine our destiny, but the way we accept and adapt to our circumstances that becomes the true key to greatness. In our vast world, there are many people with unique physical characteristics that science is still continuing to study and understand. More importantly, Their stories show that differences in appearance do not prevent someone from living positively, pursuing their dreams, and inspiring others. If you find these stories about extraordinary individuals interesting, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it to support the channel and discover more fascinating and unusual stories about people and the world around us. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos. Have you ever thought about how a different appearance can change someone's life? These individuals with appearances that may surprise or even shock us have inspiring stories and extraordinary strength that you can't miss. They not only face stigma, but rise up to become symbols of courage and resilience. In this video, we will explore the surprising and determined lives of people with unique appearances. Their stories will make you reconsider how you view differences. Leave a 1 if you relate to today's story. If you want to continue following these inspiring and powerful journeys, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel today. Charlotte Garside, born in 2007 in Yorkshire, England, gained worldwide attention as the smallest girl in the world. Despite her incredibly tiny stature, Charlotte's life story is filled with a fierce vitality and remarkable resilience. From the moment she was born, Charlotte was truly special. She weighed less than 1 kilogram and was about 25 centimeters long, small enough to fit into the palm of an adult's hand. Doctors diagnosed her with a rare condition called primordial dwarfism. This medical condition caused Charlotte's body to develop much more slowly than typical children, and her immune system was frail. At the time, medical experts feared that she would not survive past her first birthday. However, with extraordinary determination, Charlotte overcame the most dangerous stages and defied all initial medical predictions. Contrary to her tiny appearance, Charlotte has a very strong, lively personality and is always curious about the world around her. Under the loving care and protection of her parents and sisters, she was raised and treated equally, just like any other child. Her family never saw Charlotte's size as an obstacle, but always encouraged her to be independent and brave, exploring life in her own way. One of Charlotte's proudest milestones was when she officially started primary school with her peers. Although her size at that time was equivalent to a newborn baby, and she had to wear custom-designed uniforms, Charlotte was incredibly confident, engaging in learning and play. Her radiant presence at school not only represented a personal victory for her and her family, but also carried a powerful message about inclusion and respecting differences in society. Charlotte Garside is a living testament to the strength, value, and beauty of a person, showing that one's worth is never measured by body size. With her bright smile and unwavering spirit, she has left a lasting impression on those who follow her, reminding us all of the fierce will to live. Mandy Sers, born in 1975 in England, is a woman known for her extraordinary life story and resilient spirit. From the moment she was born, she had a rare medical condition that caused her legs to develop at an unusually large rate. This condition continued to progress throughout her growth, creating numerous challenges in her mobility and daily activities. For a long time, medical science could not accurately diagnose her condition. It wasn't until later that experts determined the cause: a rare genetic mutation, PIK3CA gene mutation, that led to excessive tissue growth. In 2010, due to serious health risks, Mandy faced a difficult decision: to undergo surgery to remove part of her leg in order to protect her overall health. Remarkably, even after the surgery, the affected area continued to grow. However, Mandy never allowed adversity to defeat her. She continued collaborating with medical researchers to find new solutions. Her efforts were eventually rewarded when doctors tested a groundbreaking treatment targeting the mutated gene. As a result, her condition was gradually controlled, leading to a significant improvement in her quality of life. Mandy Sellar's journey is a living testament to courage, optimism, and an unyielding will to live. She bravely stepped into the spotlight, sharing her story through documentaries to break stereotypes about appearance, while also inspiring millions around the world with her powerful message of never giving up hope. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you feel this story is inspiring, and don't forget to share to continue spreading the powerful message of never giving up hope. Ilka Brühl, born in 1992 in Germany, is a living symbol of the power of self-confidence and the journey to redefine true beauty. Her story is not one of pity, but rather a vibrant anthem of courage, self-acceptance, and a fierce love for life. From the moment she was born, Ilka had a rare congenital facial defect. The structure of her face developed differently from conventional standards, particularly around her nose and airway, requiring constant medical intervention from her earliest years. Throughout her life, Ilka has had to bravely undergo numerous surgeries, both large and small, to improve her functional abilities. Not only did she face physical challenges, but she also carried the invisible pressures from society's gaze. Ilka once shared that for a long time, she lived with insecurity, often hiding her face and believing she didn't meet the common aesthetic standards of the world around her. Ilka's profound transformation began in 2014. At that time, a friend who was a photographer convinced her to do a portrait photo shoot. Though initially very hesitant and wanting to decline, Ilka ultimately decided to bravely step out of her safe shell. The miracle happened when the photos were published. Instead of receiving the judgment or criticism she feared, Ilka was met with an overwhelming wave of support. Audiences everywhere have praised her unique beauty, with its distinctive features and vibrant energy. That moment shattered all of Ilka's psychological barriers. She realized that physical imperfections do not define a person's worth. Ilka began learning to love herself, letting go of her insecurities and proudly showing the world her true self. From someone who always sought to avoid the camera, Ilka Brühl confidently stepped into the path of becoming an inspiring model. She uses her image and platform to spread an invaluable message. No one is ugly. We are all unique versions of ourselves. Ilka actively participates in artistic projects, sharing her true story through social media and podcasts, helping others struggling with their appearance find their inner strength. Ilka Brühl's journey is a clear testament that beauty does not lie in perfect proportions, but shines through confidence, kindness, and the positive energy that comes from within. Ciara Swearingen, born in 1996 in North Carolina, USA, is an inspiring testament to the courage of self-love. From birth, she has had hundreds of large and small birthmarks due to a rare congenital skin condition known as giant congenital melanocytic nevus. These birthmarks cover much of her body and have been with her throughout her life. During her childhood, Ciara faced many curious stares and cruel teasing from her peers. However, instead of retreating, the young woman chose to confront these challenges with strength. Thanks to the boundless love of her family, who always referred to her birthmarks as angel kisses, Ciara learned to ignore the negativity and build unwavering self-confidence. Today, Sierra proudly wears her favorite outfits and courageously shares images of herself with the public. She spreads a powerful message that every person is born with unique beauty and that we should embrace and be proud of our own skin. Sierra's transformation and growth is a wonderful story, affirming that differences are not obstacles, but unique marks that define each individual. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you feel Sierra's story is inspiring, and don't forget to share the message of pride in your own unique beauty. Isabelle Leclerc, born in Campbellton, New Brunswick, Canada, is a living testament to the power of self-confidence and self-love. Her life journey is not only about overcoming physical limitations, but also serves as a positive source of inspiration for millions around the world. From the moment she was born, Isabella stood out with a significant difference. After initial misdiagnoses, at the age of 7, she was diagnosed with Parkes-Weber syndrome. This rare genetic condition causes abnormal lymphatic system function, leading to the swelling and abnormal growth of her right leg. At times, her right leg weighed up to 18 kilograms, causing major difficulties in walking, choosing clothes, and participating in regular sports activities. Despite growing up under the curious gazes of those around her, Isabella never let her appearance define her worth. With the unconditional love of her family, she quickly developed an incredible, optimistic spirit. At the age of 19, 2015, a photo of Isabella confidently wearing swimwear and radiating on a beach went viral, becoming a media sensation. Her optimism shattered harsh beauty stereotypes. She shared that confidence is the most important thing, as when you are confident in your body, people will look at you with admiration rather than pity. Thanks to this energy, she also won a beauty pageant in her hometown. Not only did Isabella spread positive messages about body image, but she also excelled in her academics. She pursued and graduated in civil engineering from the University of Ottawa. Her research focus is on designing barrier-free living environments and infrastructure, helping people with physical challenges better integrate into society. Isabella is also an active speaker at health conferences to raise public awareness. For her consistent contributions, in June 2025, she was honored with the King Charles III Coronation Medal by the Governor-General of Canada. Isabella Leclerc's journey is a profound lesson in perseverance, affirming that true beauty shines from inner confidence, intellect, and a heart dedicated to the community. Toria Pit is a renowned athlete, author, and inspirational speaker from Australia, known not only for her story of overcoming adversity, but also for her resilience and never-give-up attitude. Born in Sydney, Australia in 1987, Toria lived an ordinary life until her world changed forever in a horrific accident. In 2011, while participating in a marathon race in a remote part of Australia, Toria Pit encountered a severe accident. She was caught in a bushfire during the competition. The incident left her with severe burns, with over 65% of her body being burned, and she had to undergo multiple surgeries for treatment. The extent of the burns led her to face many difficulties throughout her recovery process. Despite enduring excruciating pain and challenges that seemed impossible to overcome, Toria Pit did not give up. Instead, she made a firm commitment to recover and continue pursuing her passions. After a long period of treatment and rehabilitation, she returned to sports, proving her strength and ability to rise above herself. Her resilience not only earned admiration from many, but also became a powerful source of inspiration for many in the community. In addition to her involvement in sports, Toria Pit has also become a successful author. She authored the famous memoir, Everything to Live For, in which she shares her journey of survival after the accident and how she faced the challenges in her life. The book has received widespread support and helped her connect with a diverse audience. Along with her writing career, Toria Pit is also an inspirational speaker, frequently participating in events and workshops to share her story. She has had the opportunity to convey powerful messages about strength, patience, and mental fortitude. She consistently emphasizes that anyone can overcome adversity if they never give up. Toria Pit is also actively involved in charity and community work. She is the founder of the Toria Pit Foundation, an organization that helps burn victims and supports them during their recovery process. Additionally, she works on projects to raise awareness about mental health, inspiring others to live more positively. Toria Pit's life journey is a vivid testament to the power of the human spirit. She is not only a symbol of overcoming adversity, but also an inspiration to show that everyone has the inner strength to face challenges and continue moving forward on their path, no matter where life may lead. Georgia Lanutza, a girl from Basingstoke, England, carries an incredibly inspiring story of resilience and the journey of learning to love herself. Her life took a dramatic turn when, at the age of 13, she faced the devastating loss of her beloved father. This profound grief became a heavy psychological shock for the young girl. Soon after, she developed a severe case of psoriasis. Unlike typical cases, Georgia's condition spread and covered 97% of her body. Once a joyful child, Georgia began to withdraw, always choosing long-sleeved, concealing clothes to hide her skin. She faced a challenging childhood, enduring the curious and sometimes unkind stares of those around her. However, her inner strength prevented her from succumbing to despair. The turning point came at the age of 18, when she discovered her passion for photography. Through the lens of art, Georgia began to see her body in a completely new light. She no longer saw her skin as a flaw to hide, but as a unique and defining feature. Georgia decided to step out of her comfort zone, confidently wearing clothes she loved and creating radiant photo shoots to spread positive energy. In 2024, she published her memoir titled Different Skin. The book chronicles her courageous journey of overcoming difficulties and has become a powerful source of motivation for others in similar situations. Georgia's journey is a clear testament to the message that true beauty shines when we learn to cherish and take pride in our differences. Mikuel Rufinelli, born in 1972 in Los Angeles, USA, has a truly unique life story. She gained global recognition when she earned a Guinness World Record for having the largest hips of any woman in the world, with a circumference of approximately 2.4 meters. However, behind this impressive record lies a long journey of pride, self-confidence, and efforts to affirm her self-worth. In her youth and early 20s, Mikuel had a completely normal figure. The biggest change to her appearance came at the age of 22, after giving birth to her first son. Her body began to change dramatically, with her hips continuing to grow. After 3 more pregnancies, her hip size continued to increase, resulting in a very distinctive figure. This change brought Mikuel numerous challenges in her daily life. She had to adapt to things that most people find simple: walking sideways to fit through narrow doorways, always needing 2 seats when traveling by plane, and driving a spacious truck instead of regular cars. At the same time, when out in public, she faced curiosity and comments from onlookers. Despite the inconveniences and public pressure, Mikuel Rufinelli never shrank away. Instead, she chose to embrace and take pride in her uniqueness. With the unwavering support of her husband, Reggie Brooks, and 4 children, Mikuel became a plus-size model. She appeared before the media with a radiant smile, spreading a powerful message of body positivity. Mikuel affirms that she loves her curves and has no intention of changing her body to conform to conventional beauty standards. Her journey is the truest testament to the message that differences are not barriers, and real beauty shines when we learn to take pride in who we are. If you believe in embracing individuality, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Rama Haruna, a young girl from Kano, Nigeria, left the world with a deeply touching story of family love and an unwavering will to live. Despite facing one of life's harshest challenges, she always kept a bright smile and an incredible optimistic spirit. When Rama was born, she was a healthy baby. However, tragedy struck when she reached 6 months old. Her physical development suddenly halted, and her limbs failed to develop normally, resulting in numerous limitations in movement and persistent pain. This rare medical condition deprived her of the ability to move freely and live like other children her age. To help Rama sit up and move more easily, her family placed her in a plastic basin, which became an inseparable part of her image. Despite the family's financial struggles, her parents and relatives provided Rama with the most attentive care. Her younger brother Fahad became her legs, patiently carrying her in the basin everywhere, from walking around the village to visiting relatives, creating a beautiful portrait of sibling love. In 2015, Rama's story spread beyond Nigeria when photographer Sani Maikatanga captured and shared images of her. The image of a small girl in a plastic basin, her face always radiating an optimistic smile, touched the hearts of millions. Thanks to this exposure, her family received help from generous donors around the world, including a special wheelchair that made it easier and more comfortable for her to move. On December 25, 2016, Rama Haruna passed away peacefully at the age of 19. Although her life was short and filled with hardships, Rama never complained about her fate. Her dream of opening a small grocery store remained unfulfilled, but the message she left behind was priceless. Rama Haruna became a symbol of gratitude, reminding us to cherish the simple things in life and always maintain an optimistic spirit in the face of life's storms. Jessica Cox, born in 1983 in Arizona, USA, is a living testament to the extraordinary power of human will. Born with a rare congenital disability that left her without arms, Jessica never allowed physical barriers to limit her life. Throughout her childhood, she was dependent on pulleys and heavy prosthetic arms in an effort to fit in. However, at the age of 14, she made a brave decision: to completely give them up. She realized that using her feet allowed for much greater flexibility and natural movement. From that moment on, Jessica diligently trained to have her feet perform the functions of her hands. She learned to feed herself, apply makeup, type on a keyboard, play the piano, and even drive a car with her feet, mastering each task. Not content with just being independent, Jessica sought to conquer new heights. She became the first armless person in the world to earn a black belt in Taekwondo. However, her greatest achievement was her journey to conquer the skies. Overcoming fear and thousands of hours of training, in 2008, Jessica made history by officially receiving her pilot's license, becoming the first person to fly an airplane, an air coupe model, entirely with her feet. This remarkable achievement earned her a well-deserved Guinness World Record. Today, Jessica Cox holds a degree in psychology and works as an international speaker. Her journey sends a powerful message. The only limits are those in our minds, and when you believe in yourself, No sky is too high to reach. Jason Orlando Rodriguez Hernandez, born in 1995 in Venezuela, is known worldwide for holding the Guinness World Record as the man with the largest feet on the planet, measuring over 40 centimeters in length, equivalent to a U.S. size 26. However, behind this astonishing record lies a long journey of resilience, survival, and self-affirmation. In his early years, Jason developed completely normally, but by the age of 10, his body began to change at an astonishing rate. This was due to a pituitary disorder that caused his growth hormones to be produced in excess. His feet grew rapidly, making it impossible for Jason to find any shoes that fit on the market. His childhood was marked by homemade sandals made from old tires, or sometimes he had to go barefoot. Not only did he endure physical pain from his rapid growth, but he also faced curious stares and teasing from his peers. At times, young Jason became discouraged and wanted to give up going to school. Refusing to let adversity defeat him, Jason gradually learned to embrace his differences. A major turning point came when the Guinness World Records recognized him, attracting international media attention. Thanks to this exposure, Georg Wessels, a talented German shoemaker who specializes in making footwear for people with special sizes, personally designed and gifted Jason custom-made shoes. For the first time after many years, Jason was able to walk comfortably in shoes that actually fit. Although his health still requires regular medical monitoring, Jason maintains a positive and optimistic attitude towards life. He is currently pursuing his dream of becoming a professional baker. Jason's story carries a powerful message. No matter how different or challenging your starting point may be, you can always hold your head high and walk confidently on your own path. Brock Brown from Michigan, USA, was once recognized by the Guinness World Records as the tallest teenager in the world, measuring 2.33 meters, 7 feet 8 inches, at the age of 19. Behind this giant stature lies a deeply moving story of optimism and a relentless spirit in the face of fate. At the age of 5, Brock was diagnosed with Sotos syndrome, a rare condition that causes the body to grow at an extraordinary rate. From the moment he entered kindergarten, young Brock was already 1.57 meters tall. This rapid growth brought countless challenges in everyday life. Brock frequently had to endure physical pain, especially in his back. Finding clothes or shoes that fit his enormous feet, US size 28, was also a difficult task, forcing his family to have them custom-made at a very high cost. Despite facing constant pain and enduring curious stares due to his distinctive appearance, Brock never allowed negativity to overshadow his life. His mother is always proud to share, "Brock has a heart as big as his stature." Not shrinking away, he boldly appeared on television to help the community better understand the condition of people with larger bodies. Brock's life gradually began to receive heartwarming gifts. A tech company used 3D printing to design a comfortable pair of sneakers for him in the colors of his favorite football team. Even overcoming health barriers, Brock realized his big dream when he officially received his first job at a local sports center, YMCA, at the age of 22. Brock Brown's journey carries a powerful message. No matter what body or circumstances you are born into, as long as you maintain a positive mindset and effort, you can always write a proud story for your life. Leave a 1 if Brock's story inspires you, and don't forget to share this message to encourage those around you. Geri Bro Blllet, a young woman living in Ocala, Florida, USA, has become a fascinating media sensation due to a rare physical feature, an extraordinarily long tongue. Measuring an estimated 11.4 centimeters, about 4.48 inches, Gurkari's story is a living testament to the idea that differences can bring joy and confidence. During her teenage years, Gurkari was unaware that her tongue was significantly longer than most people's. The turning point came when friends dared her to use her tongue to touch her eye. Surprisingly, Gurkari was able to do so with ease, leaving everyone astonished. From this accidental discovery, she continued to explore other unique abilities of her body. Not only could Gurkari touch her tongue to her nose and earlobe, but she could even reach her elbow, an action previously thought to be impossible for a normal person. Initially, when Gurkari shared pictures of her special tongue on Instagram, many people doubted its authenticity, assuming it was edited with photo software. To prove her claim, she uploaded a video on YouTube which instantly went viral, attracting millions of views and quickly gaining her a large following on social media platforms. Instead of shying away from curious stares, Gurkari embraced the attention with a cheerful and positive attitude. She confidently shared her desire for the Guinness World Records to officially recognize her. Geri Bro Blllet's journey sends a simple yet profound message. Always be proud and confident in showing your unique traits, because they are what make you special. Hasbullah Magomedov, born in 2002 in the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, is one of the most unique and famous social media sensations in the world today. Despite having the appearance and voice of a young child, Hasbullah is actually an adult man with incredible resilience and media appeal. From a young age, his family discovered that Hasbullah had growth hormone deficiency, GHD, a medical condition that halted his physical development, leaving him at a height of about 1 meter, 3 feet 3 inches. Unlike many people who may feel self-conscious about their small stature, Hasbullah chose to face life with tremendous confidence, resilience, and humor. He maintained an optimistic spirit and never allowed his physical condition to be a barrier to enjoying life or pursuing his passions. Hasbullah's journey into the spotlight began in 2020, when he started posting short videos on social media. His content often revolves around everyday life, playful interactions with friends, and especially his intense love for mixed martial arts, MMA. Thanks to his natural confidence, charming recreations of MMA press conferences, and friendship with former UFC champion Khabib Nurmagomedov, Hasbullah quickly won the hearts of fans and earned the affectionate nickname Mini Khabib. From a young man in the mountains of Dagestan, Hasbullah has masterfully leveraged public attention to build a global personal brand. He has launched his own fashion line, become a VIP guest at major sports events, and reached an unprecedented milestone by signing a promotional contract with the world's largest martial arts organization, UFC. Hasbullah Magomedov's story is a clear testament that physical appearance barriers do not define the limits of success. Through his confidence, natural charisma, and ability to turn differences into unique strengths, he has brought joy and immense inspiration to millions of people around the world. Gabi Schul, a young girl from Missouri, USA, has written one of the most inspiring and extraordinary stories about the power of will. Her life is a clear testament that humans can overcome even the harshest adversities to continue pursuing their passions. From a very young age, Gabi had a great love for dancing, especially ballet. However, at the age of 9, an injury from figure skating led to a fateful medical examination. Doctors discovered that she had a severe bone disease in the knee area. To save her life, it was necessary to remove the affected part of her knee. For a girl passionate about dancing, this seemed like the end of all her dreams. Instead of choosing the conventional method of amputating the leg, Gabby and her family decided to undergo a rare and special surgery called rotationplasty. In the procedure, doctors removed the knee, then rotated her lower leg and foot 180 degrees before reconnecting them directly to the thigh. Thanks to this rotation, Gabby's ankle joint now functions as her new knee joint. While the appearance of the leg after surgery was quite different, it allowed her to wear a flexible prosthesis and maintain maximum mobility. The recovery process was filled with pain and challenges. Gabby had to relearn how to walk with a completely new body mechanism. With an iron will and a burning desire to return to the stage, Gabby not only learned to walk again, but also truly danced once more. She continued to shine in various dance forms, including ballet, tap dance, jazz, and hip-hop. Beyond that, Gabby Scholl became an active advocate, traveling to give speeches and spreading hope to others in similar situations. Her story proves that when faced with darkness, we can always light the way with courage and an unwavering spirit. Gabby's journey and the stories of other strong individuals who never give up no matter how harsh life gets remind us of the inner strength and the ability to turn challenges into motivation to rise. If you find this story inspiring, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to continue joining us on these journeys full of determination, usual appearances around the world. But did you know that behind each of these unique bodies are extraordinary stories and abilities that push limits in ways few could imagine? Today, we'll explore the individuals who have amazed and inspired the world with their distinctive appearances. If you're curious about these unique records and want to hear more fascinating stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on interesting and surprising content. Leave a 1 if you relate to these resilient people, or a 0 if you have a different opinion. Now, let's dive into this colorful and diverse world. Chandra Dangi, 1939 to 2015, was a unique figure recognized in medical history and world records. Standing at just 54.6 centimeters tall and weighing approximately 14.5 kilograms, he was honored by the Guinness World Records as the shortest adult man ever recorded in history. His journey is an inspiring story of resilience and the miraculous twists of fate. Born on November 30th, 1939, most of Dangi's life was spent quietly in Kalimati, a remote and isolated village in the Salyan district of Nepal. For more than 7 decades, he lived with his extended family and rarely left his hometown. Despite his very small stature, Dangi always maintained an optimistic spirit. He helped his family by doing light chores and weaving traditional handicrafts. The isolation of his village meant that the outside world was completely unaware of his existence until the later years of his life. His life took an unexpected turn in 2012 when a timber contractor happened to meet him and informed the media. In February 2012, representatives from the Guinness World Records flew to the capital city of Kathmandu, Nepal, to conduct measurements. At the age of 72, Chandra Dangi was officially confirmed as the shortest man in the world. This title opened an entirely new chapter for an elderly man who had never stepped outside his country's borders. From a reclusive farmer, he began traveling around the world, becoming an ambassador, bringing the image of Nepal to international friends. One of the most iconic moments came when he met Sultan Kosin, the tallest man in the world, 2.51 meters, in London in 2014. On September 3, 2015, Chandra Dangi passed away from pneumonia at a hospital in American Samoa during a tour at the age of 75. Although he is no longer with us, the story of Chandra Dangi continues to be remembered. His life stands as proof of one truth: no matter one's appearance or background, every individual holds unique and special values. Additionally, he demonstrated that miracles and the opportunity to experience the world can knock on our doors at any moment, even in our later years. Shridhar Chillal, born in 1938 in Pune, India, is a name that has entered the history of the Guinness World Records. He was honored as the person with the longest fingernails on a single hand ever recorded. His decision to grow his nails for over 6 decades not only set an unprecedented record, but also became a story of extraordinary perseverance and significant sacrifices. It all began in 1952, when Shridhar was just a 14-year-old student. During a playful moment, he accidentally broke the fingernail his teacher had been carefully growing, resulting in a severe punishment. When Shridhar questioned the reason behind the punishment, his teacher replied that he would never understand the carefulness and difficulty of maintaining a long fingernail unless he experienced it himself. That challenging remark sparked the young boy's pride. From that day on, Shridhar made the decision never to cut the nails on his left hand again. The journey of maintaining his fingernails brought Shridhar countless challenges. As his nails grew longer, they became extremely cumbersome and prone to breaking. He had to wake up several times during the night to carefully move his left hand. This difference also led to opposition from his family, difficulties in finding a job, and complications in his search for a life partner. What's more, the weight of his nails left permanent physical consequences. His left hand gradually became deformed, unable to fully open or move the fingers. The nerves in his arm were severely damaged, even leading to deafness in his left ear. Despite these challenges, Shridhar persevered, securing a job as a government photographer and working with his right hand for 22 years. By 2018, the total length of his 5 fingernails reached an astonishing 909.6 centimeters, over 9 meters, with the longest nail, on his thumb, measuring an incredible 197.8 centimeters. However, at the age of 82, the pain and inconvenience became too much to bear. He decided to part ways with the nails that had been a part of him for 66 years. The nail-cutting ceremony was carefully held at the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in New York, USA, with the help of specialized medical tools. Today, this historic set of nails is displayed at the museum as an eternal testament to Shridhar Chillal's endurance and the extraordinary story of his life. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more strange records and inspiring life stories. Lee Redmond, 1941 to 2023, a woman from Utah, USA, was one of the most iconic figures in the Guinness World Records. She was honored as the person with the longest fingernails on both hands in the world. Her story is not only a unique record, but also a testament to perseverance, meticulousness, and extraordinary adaptability. Lee's journey began in 1979 entirely by chance. At first, she simply stopped cutting her nails to see how long they could grow. As her nails grew longer and curled into impressive shapes, she decided to take care of them seriously. Every day, she dedicated several hours to carefully nurturing her nails by soaking them in warm olive oil and applying a protective solution. By 2008, the total length of Lee Redmond's nails on both hands reached a record-breaking 8.65 meters. What amazed the public the most was not the length of her nails, but how skillfully she managed daily life. Despite having such enormous nails, Lee Redmond still cleaned her house, cooked, drove, and, most notably, lovingly cared for her husband, who was suffering from Alzheimer's disease. She had developed unique skills to perform everyday tasks without breaking the masterpieces of her life. In February 2009, a major event occurred when the car she was traveling in was involved in a severe traffic accident. Although she was fortunate to survive and recover, the nails that had been a part of her for 30 years were shattered. This was a tremendous emotional shock, as the nails had long been a defining part of her identity. However, she maintained an optimistic spirit and acknowledged that life became much easier after that. Lee Redmond carefully gathered the broken pieces of her nails to keep as a priceless memento. She passed away in December 2023 at the age of 82. Although her legendary nails were no longer intact, the image of a dedicated and resilient woman left an unforgettable mark in the history of the Guinness World Records. Xie Qiuping from Guangxi Province, China, holds the Guinness World Record for the longest hair ever recorded for a woman. Her record journey began with a simple decision. She stopped cutting her hair in 1973 at the age of 13. After more than 3 decades of dedication, her hair was officially measured by Guinness on May 8, 2004, reaching an astonishing length of 5.627 meters, nearly the height of an adult giraffe. To maintain this monumental masterpiece, Xie Qiuping had to show extraordinary patience. Washing and combing her hair was a time-consuming challenge, often requiring assistance. When moving about in daily life, she had to braid or coil her hair into large loops on her head or drape it over her arm to avoid it getting tangled. Despite the many inconveniences, she always took pride in her record-breaking hair, seeing it as an inseparable part of herself, symbolizing endurance and timeless beauty. Like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any exciting content. Stephen Hawking, 1942 to 2018, was one of the greatest theoretical physicists and cosmologists of our time. His life was not only a series of groundbreaking scientific discoveries that changed humanity's understanding of the universe, but also a remarkable story of resilience, particularly in how he faced the severe physical challenges later in life. Born in Oxford, England, Stephen Hawking showed an early talent for mathematics and physics. However, tragedy struck in 1963. At the age of 21, he was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, a rare neurodegenerative disease that causes the body to gradually become paralyzed. Doctors predicted he would live only 2 more years. Instead of succumbing to fate, this sentence became the motivation for him to focus intensely on his research. His love for his first wife, Jane Wilde, further fueled his determination to complete his PhD and embark on a deep academic path. Though his body slowly lost its ability to move, Hawking's intellect reached the farthest reaches of the universe. He became famous for his research on black holes, particularly his theory of Hawking radiation, which showed that black holes could emit radiation and eventually evaporate. Additionally, he made complex physical concepts accessible to the public. His book, A Brief History of Time, published in 1988, became a global phenomenon, inspiring millions to explore the mysteries of the cosmos. As Hawking entered the later stages of his life, his physical condition significantly worsened. In 1985, after a surgery, he completely lost the ability to speak. For an average person, this could have been the end, but Hawking proved otherwise. He continued to communicate, teach, and write books using a special computer system. Initially, the system was controlled by a handheld switch, and when his hand could no longer move, he used a sensor attached to his glasses to detect the smallest movements from his cheek. The image of this genius in a wheelchair, communicating through a synthesized voice, became a global symbol. Despite being trapped in his own body, he continued to work, travel the world, and even experience weightlessness. Stephen Hawking passed away on March 14, 2018, at the age of 76, surpassing doctors' predictions by more than half a century. His life journey clearly demonstrates that no matter how harsh the circumstances, the human spirit and willpower can break through any limits. Robert Hogue, born in 1972 in Australia, is a living testament to the extraordinary strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Born with a large tumor in the center of his face and severely deformed legs, his journey began with some of the most extreme challenges imaginable. His unique appearance shocked his family in the early days. From a very young age, he underwent numerous complex and dangerous surgeries to remove the tumor and reconstruct his facial structure. Simultaneously, doctors had to amputate both of his legs to fit prosthetics. Robert's upbringing was marked by curious glances, judgment, and sometimes cruel teasing from those around him. However, instead of shrinking away and letting self-doubt overcome him, Robert chose to embrace his appearance. With sharp intellect, humor, and relentless effort, he achieved remarkable success. Overcoming every obstacle, Robert became a talented journalist and later an outstanding political advisor in Australia. He even published a memoir titled Ugly, where he candidly and humorously shared his life story. The book quickly spread worldwide, making him a beloved author and motivational speaker. Today, Robert Hogue stands on large stages, using his own then and now story to deliver a powerful message. Appearance never determines the worth, limits, or future of a person. Don't forget to leave a 1 if you relate to Robert Hogue. Bethany Hamilton is not only a professional surfer, but also a global symbol of hope and the spirit of never giving up. Born on February 8, 1990, on the island of Kauai, Hawaii, Bethany's life has been closely tied to the ocean since her early years. Growing up in a family with a surfing tradition, Bethany showed her natural talent from a very young age. She began participating in professional competitions at the age of 8 and quickly attracted the attention of major sponsors. However, a major incident occurred on the morning of October 31, 2003, when she was just 13 years old. While surfing at Tunnels Beach, Kauai, Bethany had a serious accident with a tiger shark. The incident caused her to lose her left arm and over 60% of her blood. Thanks to the calmness of her friends and the efforts of the doctors, Bethany miraculously survived the life-threatening situation. Instead of giving up on her passion, Bethany chose to face the challenge. Just 26 days after the accident, she astonished the world by deciding to return to the water. With only one arm left, she had to relearn everything from scratch, from maintaining balance to paddling to catch the big waves. Her family and friends created a special surfboard for her, thicker and with handles to provide support. Her persistence paid off. In 2004, Bethany won the Best Comeback Athlete Award at the ESPY Awards. In 2005, she won the national championship at the NSSA National Championships, a title she had dreamed of before the accident happened. In 2007, Bethany officially fulfilled her dream of becoming a professional athlete. She continued to achieve success in major competitions, most notably defeating the world champion at the 2016 Fiji Women's Pro. Bethany's story has become an inspiration to millions through her autobiography Soul Surfer, which was later adapted into the famous film of the same name in 2011. She didn't stop at competing, she also became a motivational speaker, sharing her insights on overcoming fear and her belief in life. Today, Bethany Hamilton leads a happy life with her husband, Adam Dirks, and their 4 children. Despite being busy with motherhood, she continues to pursue her passion for surfing and is actively involved in charitable work. Her organization, Beautiful Flaws, was founded to support individuals who face physical challenges, helping them find self-worth and the strength to overcome obstacles. Bethany Hamilton's journey is a living testament that life's obstacles do not define us. It is how we overcome them that truly shapes who we are. She turned what seemed like an insurmountable adversity into a platform to spread high human values to the world. Rahm Barkai, born in 1957 in Israel and currently residing in South Africa, is a renowned figure in the world of long-distance swimming. Not only is he a successful businessman in the financial sector, but he is also the person who redefined the limits of human endurance against the harshness of nature. Unlike many athletes who start their careers at a young age, Rahm Barkai entered professional swimming later in life, well into his 40s. However, instead of choosing warm waters, he was drawn to the challenge of swimming in extremely cold temperatures. In 2008, he and a group of friends made a historic swim in Antarctica, covering a distance of 1 kilometer in water below 1 degree Celsius, a feat that was recorded in the Guinness World Records. Recognizing the potential and appeal of this sport, in 2009, Rahm Barkai founded the International Ice Swimming Association, IISA. His goal was to transform ice swimming from an impromptu adventurous activity into an organized sport with particularly strict safety rules. He introduced the concept of the Ice Mile, a challenge to swim 1 mile, about 1.6 kilometers, in water below 5 degrees Celsius, wearing only regular swimwear, goggles, and a swim cap. Today, thanks to Rahm's leadership, the ice swimming movement has spread to dozens of countries with thousands of athletes participating. He has successfully completed swims in some of the harshest places on Earth, such as the Bering Strait, Svalbard, the Arctic, and Lake Titicaca. Rahm Barkai's journey is a testament to the spirit of daring to act, turning the fear of cold into strength to connect communities and conquer new heights. Like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on motivational stories and discover many more fascinating challenges. Wim Hof, born in 1959 in the Netherlands, is one of the most powerful sources of inspiration in the world today regarding self-healing and pushing the limits of the human body. With 26 world records related to enduring extreme cold, he has shown science that humans can master biological systems previously thought to be uncontrollable. Wim Hof's journey didn't begin in laboratories or professional training centers, but from a soul searching for peace. The biggest turning point in his life came in 1995, after a painful family tragedy. In an effort to soothe his mind and overcome the pain of loss, Wim turned to the cold canals in Amsterdam. He discovered that when immersing himself in the icy water, his mind became calm and his body found a new strength. The cold was no longer an enemy, but a teacher, helping him connect deeply with his breath and survival instincts. Wim Hof began attracting international media attention through a series of seemingly impossible challenges. He once held the world record for the longest ice bath, nearly 2 hours, ran a marathon barefoot in the Arctic snow, and climbed the summit of Kilimanjaro and part of Everest wearing only shorts. However, for Wim, these records were not about showcasing personal achievement, but a way to send a message to the world. If I can do it, you can do it too. To help people unlock their potential, Wim Hof has systematized his experiences into the Wim Hof method, which consists of 3 main pillars. Breathing, special breathing exercises that increase oxygen levels in the blood and alkalize the body. Cold exposure, cold showers or ice baths to strengthen the immune system and train willpower. Mindset/commitment, mental training to master the body's response to pressure. What sets Wim Hof apart from other individuals with extraordinary abilities is his willingness to collaborate with scientists. In 2011, a study at Radboud University, Netherlands, demonstrated that Wim Hof could consciously control his autonomic nervous system and immune system, something that was traditionally considered impossible in conventional medicine. He later trained a group of volunteers to do the same in a short period of time, opening new avenues for supporting mental and physical health through natural methods. Now, in his 60s, Wim Hof continues to passionately share his knowledge through courses, workshops, and digital platforms. He has helped millions of people around the world improve stress, anxiety, and strengthen their immune systems. His story is a living testament to the spirit of optimism and the power of belief in the human ability to self-heal. Daniel Kish, born in 1966 in California, USA, is a legendary figure in the global blind community. Despite losing his sight at just 13 months old due to a rare disease, Daniel did not let darkness limit his life. Instead, he developed an extraordinary skill that we typically see in bats or dolphins: echolocation. From a young age, Daniel discovered his own way to perceive his surroundings. He started creating sharp clicking sounds and listened to the echoes bouncing back from objects. By analyzing the delay, intensity, and direction of the reflected sound, Daniel could visualize the shape, distance, and even the material of obstacles in front of him. For Daniel, not seeing with his eyes did not mean he couldn't see. He calls this method flash sonar, a way to create sound images in the visual cortex. Daniel Kish's journey is a testament to absolute independence. He dislikes relying on others and always performs activities that many consider impossible for a blind person. Daniel can ride a bicycle on busy roads, climb mountains, hike alone, and participate in outdoor sports simply by using a cane combined with his continuous clicking sounds. In 2000, Daniel Kish founded the non-profit organization World Access for the Blind, WAFTB. His goal was not only to teach echolocation techniques, but also to change society's perception of blind individuals. He believes that the greatest barrier is not the lack of sight, but the fear and lack of trust the community has in their abilities. To date, Daniel has traveled to dozens of countries, training thousands of students to use flash sonar to confidently integrate into life. He emphasizes the concept of no limits, encouraging people to step beyond their comfort zones. Daniel Kish's story is not just for the blind. It is a lesson in creativity, determination, and the incredible adaptability of the human brain. He has proven that when one door closes, we don't just find another door, we can build a completely new path. Isabelle Varley, 1937 to 2015, was a remarkable woman who spent the latter half of her life breaking stereotypes about beauty and age. She became widely known through the Guinness World Records with the title of the woman with the most tattoos in the world. However, behind her vibrant tattoos lies the story of a youthful spirit, unafraid to live authentically. Born in Yorkshire, England, Isabelle led a quiet life like many other women of her time. She worked as a secretary and married young. Interestingly, throughout her youth, Isabelle had no tattoos on her body. Everything changed in 1986, when she was 49 years old. At a tattoo exhibition in London, Isabelle was captivated by the beauty of body art. She decided to get her first tattoo, a small bird on her shoulder. That moment opened the door to a journey of self-discovery that would span the next 3 decades. From a small tattoo, Isabelle gradually realized her intense passion for this form of art. To her, each tattoo was not just ink, but a memory, a story, or a joy in life. Over the next 20 years, she spent approximately 500 hours sitting under the needles of tattoo artists. By 2000, she was officially recognized by Guinness World Records, as her tattoos covered 93% of her body. These artworks covered a wide range of themes, from flowers and animals to vibrant, abstract patterns. Isabelle Varley's presence at cultural events and in the media always drew significant attention. In a society that often has strict standards about how a grandmother should dress or appear, Isabelle chose to go against the norm. She always appeared with a radiant smile, confident posture, and a wonderful friendliness. In 2015, at the age of 77, after a long battle with Alzheimer's disease. Although she is no longer with us, the image of a petite woman with her body covered in vivid living artworks continues to be remembered by the global art community. Isabelle's life journey was not just about tattoos. It was a lesson in courage, in loving one's own body, and in the right to freely express personal identity. Sophie Dossi was born on June 21, 2001, in California, USA. She is not only a talented contortionist, but also a global social media star with a wide-reaching influence. What sets Sophie apart and has earned her the admiration of millions is her self-taught spirit and her ability to turn what seemed impossible into reality through relentless perseverance from a young age. Sophie's journey began at the age of 12, after she watched a video about contortionism on the internet. Instead of turning to professional academies, she chose to teach herself at home through instructional videos. Recognizing his daughter's burning passion, her father, Mike Dossi, became her greatest support, crafting performance props and platforms right in their living room. The combination of personal effort and unwavering family support helped her develop unique skills, most notably her astounding ability to shoot arrows with her feet. In 2016, at the age of 15, Sophie Dossi came into the spotlight when she participated in America's Got Talent Season 11. With a performance that combined extraordinary flexibility and precise archery skills, she left the entire audience in awe. The most radiant moment came when she received the golden buzzer from guest judge Reba McEntire. Reaching the top 10 finals not only confirmed Sophie's innate talent, but also made her an overnight media sensation. After her success on the show, Sophie cleverly leveraged her newfound fame to create a personal YouTube channel with her brother, Zach Dossi. Her channel quickly attracted millions of subscribers thanks to a mix of performance videos and energetic, positive lifestyle vlogs. She transformed the highly technical art of contortionism into an accessible, fun, and family-friendly form of entertainment. maintaining a lasting influence in the digital space. Not stopping at being a contortionist, Sophie Dossi also proved her versatility by branching out into acting, music, and business. She has appeared in several youth films and released her own music, which has received positive feedback. In addition, her own fashion brand, Fireline, has seen significant success, showcasing the sharp business acumen of a modern, independent young artist. Sophie Dossi's journey is a living testament to how passion and perseverance can overcome barriers like formal education or training. She often shares the message, "Everyone has untapped potential. You just have to dare to start and never stop trying." With her radiant smile and serious work ethic, Sophie continues to be a major source of inspiration for young people, encouraging them to confidently pursue their dreams and affirm their value in their own unique way. So, we've explored some truly impressive stories about people with extraordinary bodies and the remarkable abilities they've overcome. Each of them is not just a model of uniqueness, but also a living testament to the power of will and self-confidence. If you found these stories inspiring and want to continue discovering more exciting topics like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any